Yeah, let's. What did Illumra do? They did great sword, a great swordsman,
One Nikai.
magical speed. I didn't know that.
あ、ごめん、これが良くないですね。
Yeah, let's check what Bam Presto has done because they've done quite a bit of stuff too. Stuff.
なんだろ
Games. So yeah, a lot of the older Game Boy games, those were published by them. The Nintendo DS Crayon Shinchan. Well, they haven't done anything. Did they get bought up? 2019. There you go. They're defunct. I didn't know that Bam Presto went defunct.
う。Showing the dip switches. Number 2 is set to. この文字は何です ?NOF。わからないけど。On か off はどういう意味ね。はい、全部が普通になった。
This might be. I'm looking at the Bam Presto list, but this might be a list of games that they actually created in house. But I think they were a big publisher as well.
But that was cheap, right?
I thought. Oh yes. Okay. So it says here. Yeah, they're a subsidiary of Bandai Namco Holdings. That's what I thought. But basically, you know, an anime game back in the day would be made by published by Band Presto. Um, then later on, it became Bandai. I don't know what Bandai's first games were. I'd have to look it up, the order. And then Bandai Namco. So I guess those aren't new units then that I have. I guess they're older units. I guess they're just I don't know what happens if they break. There's no company to. I don't think I could send it to Bandai. I guess I didn't. Oh, I didn't contact.
たまに体育が入ります。
Okay, I was just saying they didn't. I must have been tired at this point in the run, but yeah, basically this is the same strategy as before. Very very simple game. I think light punch, medium punch, and a heavy.
I lose on the.
And for this one, I just do the crouching, light to space with the knee. It doesn't matter if the knee hits. Actually, if they block it, it's just as good because it creates that opening where I can slide. And the issue with sliding is that it's safe from a certain distance, but if you're too close or you're too far, it doesn't work.
Someone can find the link of this.
But that's that's good footsies there. That's not a fault of the game.
It's actually surprisingly good.
Why would I jump into bomb? Like he's clearly throwing bomb. Why am I jumping? That's just bad play on my part. But that goes to prove that I'm being too careful, and in this game you have to be very aggressive. I think that's another reason why. If you look at like the games that I play that are marathon safe for fighting games, they're always the games where you can approach them a little bit slower. You can actually think more about what you have to do. But in like this Gundam game and some of the especially some of the older ones, you've got to do your strategy because if you give the AI space to breathe and space to move, they're gonna steamroll you. They already read your inputs, so it's just about putting them into a situation where they can't escape or they just don't know. The AI doesn't know what to do. Basically, being cheap. Being cheap and cheesy is important, especially for retro games. But yeah, a lot of the ones I do in marathons that you actually have to think and move and all the fundamentals of fighting games get the show through. But I can even if I played this game again, did the one coin clear, which this is easy mode. I don't remember if I did it. I would never do this game in a marathon because it's just
There's almost no information on this game, by the way.
Yeah.
So not only could I not find music for this game, there's almost no information. I couldn't find any books on it. I'd be very curious.
Thank you for the resub, One Son, and thank you for coming. Yeah. It's just we're just gonna be chatting today and capturing some lost runs. So I appreciate it. Have a good sleep. Peace. Mata ne. Oyasumi nasai. Guys, make sure you follow One Son. And it's None to One Son. He's a fantastic Sonic speedrunner. Also does some SpongeBob SquarePants for the Game Boy Advance. Basically, really good at side-scrolling games. Pretty much streams almost every day. Except when he doesn't have internet.
今回は本当に終わりにしたい。どんどん目が疲れてなくて鼻が遅い。
I'm really happy with like this year, like all these like really awesome gamers like coming to my stream. It feels like I've got this really awesome community. People who just really like games. Finding kind of the center, like what the game's about. Basically like researchers like myself, or just people who just love retro gaming and everything about fighting games and beat 'em ups and RPGs. So, like super God gamers. I've assembled God gamers. I think that's a glitch in the actual video log. Yes, the slide actually does cancel out the 3 hits of the crouching beam sword that Gundam does.
That's too much tip damage for a beam sword.
The amount of clashing in this game. That was very dangerous. If you miss the jump in knee, you're just gonna put yourself in a bad situation. But for some reason, well, not for some reason, I went for it anyway. I think this is also one of the hardest fights in this game. And technically, you have to do this fight twice.
What? Yabai.
Yeah, that sword, you can get KO'd if someone wanted to try this game again.
I lost half my health.
Using Gundam and doing that beam sword, it's a risky strategy, but if you get 3 to 4 hits, you can completely KO the opponent in probably a matter of seconds. The only problem is that the AI needs to be kind of tricked with low-high attacks in this game. And that really is the problem. That's one of the reasons I use the jump in, because if you just try and go with slide, you'll see that the AI will guard. Sorry, loading on that end. Luckily, I put a timer in.
What? 負けた。完全に負けた今。
I don't see what's fair about this character at all. I fail to understand it. If there's a way to do that, by the way, and somebody knows, feel free to message me and let me know, or just do a run yourself, because I don't think it's physically possible to do that charge attack that many times in a row. What luck. Every time you see that blinking flare, that's a charge.
Alright.
And it's not a normal charge attack. It's you have to
That
actually
was crazy. That
physically
was
hold
crazy.
the button down and then release.
I almost wasted a whole bunch of time.
And I don't think you can stock it with the other buttons. I don't think you can hold another punch button and then release it. I think you can only hold one charge at a time,
game, isn't it?
which is why it doesn't make sense.
That was bad spacing. Jump back and I'll dive right.
That dash is really good, by the way. That dash is really good. Like Yogog, the fact that he can get to the left or right of you after he downs you, that's in this kind of game. Now that I'm looking, now that I'm watching it back, I can see how good that of a character this is. I already knew Yogog was good, but I think that's something worth looking at. I might re-examine this character. That little spin attack is also pretty good, but it's a great anti-air. The issue is, I think the command is a little bit difficult. I don't know. I haven't played this game since, and like I said, probably not going to play this game for another 3 to 4 years, if that. Someone does a tournament, sure, but. I'm making Gouf look like a good character, but I think Gouf is he's lower tier in my opinion. He's not ridiculous in this game.
This is the best song in the game. What else?
Wow. The wave dashing from the enemy is... It's frightening. It's frightening. It's frankly disgusting. How many hits was that? 4 hits? That's a 4-hit clash. Yeah, I guess that explosion is pretty long. To be fair, I probably could have spent another month with this game. Like, because I'm still I'm listening to the commentary I was saying, and I'm talking about how, oh yeah, the strong punch version might be faster than mash, but you know, there's no research, so there's, you know, it's endless for this kind of game.
Let's see if I can find it. I probably can't type it. All this is.
I think I was trying to find a move list for this game. I remember I found one out there, but it wasn't finished. Some of it was incorrect, and if you ever wonder, by the way, the way I have my setup is I always have there's like this really old Asus on the side here, and then I have my Acer monitor where I'm viewing, and then I'm using my Lenovo. It's torture, and half of them are wrong, so, or just don't have all the moves. There's a perfect example of Gundam doing the down slash. I might just be forward. It might be standing. I might be wrong about that. Either way, it's good. You saw it's 3 hits. It does a little bit too much damage. I think the reason I picked Gouf for all these runs is because it allowed me to react to beam shots. Like, it was just, he was the best character to go around projectiles, even though he didn't have a dash. I think like 90, almost all the cast, if not all the cast, is in EX Revu. I think everybody's there.
何これ本当いいよやりますよ
Unbelievable. The AI just sitting there and waiting is. I can't stress enough how much I'd love to get somebody who's like can look at code and dive into the actual ROM file itself.
You can't tell me that that computer does not read your inputs in this game after watching that. さっき見てと相手は絶対読む。もう僕の言葉は聞きたくない。もう絶対読みますね。間違いなく。And that's why this game is frustrating. They'll still try stuff, but they're it's just a standoff right there.
This game like locks. You can hear me hitting the move to do sliding. I heard myself do the motion for it, and it's not coming out because there's so much block stun in this game for moves. So even if you do an input for move, a lot of times you're stuck in the block animation. And this is a game. This is a series that could have really benefited from like an alpha cancel or something in the game. Especially because it's not a combo heavy game, but the way certain moves work, where if you just position yourself well, you can kind of create these like semi-infinites, and it's rather frustrating. All right, if I'm at 1550 here, what happened in this fight? I must have got absolutely bodied in this fight. I'm surprised that's the first sliding didn't kill.
よかったね、急になんか違う方向になった。Wow.
You know, everything that I'm watching, I don't know. I didn't realize, but or maybe I just didn't care. But Xeon always goes for the jumping hard punch in the air. He anti-airs me every single time at the start of the match. Jumps forward. Yep. Little punch is coming out. But the hitbox is huge on that, so you're gonna get anti. Yeah, that's just not looking good. I'm pretty sure I lost. There's no way you come back from this. The AI would just have to be asleep. Yeah. Look at all.
Even when I land that attack, I can't guard. It's not very good, is it? This is not very good.
Oh no. The blue beam does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. You do not want to get hit by that. looks like I got hit.
I'm just gonna use a coin. I want to get to the next game.
I knew something had to have happened.
This is crazy.
That's unfortunate though. I was close both times in the normal run and the easy run to get in that one coin clear, and I just couldn't do it. I think I just wasn't willing to put myself through this again. That's not safe what I'm doing right now. I think I was just lucky.
Hold up. No, mata kore.
Did you see where the beam was exploding? Like the beam was exploding a whole character length in front of me. Wow, or two. Wow.
This became painful now.
I'm surprised the beam didn't hit me there. I did jump. I did instant jump knee. I guess to get around the beam.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? We're back son. We're just watching an old run. Found some old footage that I need to get highlighted. This is from Periscope back in February 22nd, 2021. Which feels like ages ago now. And this is the final boss, Zeong, who just makes me not want to play. Like, just watching this makes me realize, oh yeah, you know, there's a reason I didn't come back to this game. I think normally I would if I could get to the boss, but I remember it's just this feeling of luck. Because I did this a lot. I remember this stream was long.
No.
This one was only an hour and 15 minutes. I'm surprised I went for sliding there, but I guess it paid off.
And we also use one coin. I don't know. Should I do it again? It's doesn't.
I think I did try again after this, on not just on this stream, but again, and then I just said, nah, you know what, screw it.
I don't think I put my name in just now, did I? $21. Yeah. We could have gotten sub 20 though. The previous time too.
I could have gotten
Boss.
sub 17 actually on this run.
I'll let you decide, Leandro. Should I do continue this game or switch to the next Gundam game?
I've got about an hour.